She is. Push the hood of the hoodie down because it's partially covering your face. Or is there something there?
I mean, there's a light there.
Oh, okay, okay. As long as they can see your beautiful face, I don't care.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
You ready?
Do you want me to shut the door? I'll shut the door just so that we have less light.
You ready, Nisha?
I'm ready.
Thank you for attending. My name is Monique Willis, Alonzo Thomas's mother. Alonzo Thomas IV was murdered on April the 5th, 2014. 10 years today. We're here at Elite's funeral chapel. This is exactly where Elite took care of this. Elite took care of Alonzo's funeral, so I felt it was kind of fair to be here and on this 10th day. Alonzo's homicide happened on a Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 71st 100 block of Wayne. His killer is still in the streets. We need for the public, we need for the community, we need everyone to speak up on his behalf. We need answers. We need for someone to speak up. We just need help. His mother needs help. We're in a position right now where the crime is running rampant. We need for the families, the loved ones of those who knows what's going on to speak up on their behalf as well, because crimes needs to be solved. The families need the help. The police needs the help, and we need their help to do it. In order for them to solve the crimes, we need for you guys to speak up, to let us know what's going on, what you saw, what you heard. There's families are hurting. We're all hurting. We're all suffering from the unnecessary violence in the community. This is very difficult for me right now. It's been literally 10 years. 10 years of unanswered questions, 10 years of me needing to know what's going on, 10 years of lack of communication, 10 years of lack of support. On this 10th year of the anniversary, can we solve some crimes? Can we get you in the streets? Can we get some help? Can we get some answers? Tip top line, 816-474-TIPS. It's anonymous, it's free. It's reward money of $27,000. Reward money that can be useful, helpful, life-changing. It's all needed, it's all helpful. Thank you to Corey's Network, Shelley and Bob for getting this set up for me. Thank you to Malcolm Morris with Elite for allowing me to use their facilities. Thank you, media, because on April the 15th, 2014, he was breaking news. He actually breaking news. Y'all stopped everything to focus on his crime. I would like for y'all to stop again to focus on his crime, to be there for him and be there for me, so we can get some things done. Thank you.
Monique, can you explain what Mama on a Mission is?
Mama on a Mission, we advocate for the families of homicide victims, bringing awareness to different unsolved homicides in the city, letting people know that keeping their faces around, keeping their faces in people's faces. We have an annual fundraiser called Walk a Mile in My Shoes. This year we're going to Los Angeles. We're going to participate in their superhero 5K walk. There are 500 packets of flyers that will be sent out to those individuals. So therefore people in different states will be aware of the different unsolved homicides. The homicide happened in Kansas City, but the information may not be in Kansas City. So we're willing to move around and get the information out to other people in other cities and other states. So hopefully to provoke answers, to get some people to speak up.
Monique, could you talk about 10 years? Did you ever imagine it would take this long with no answers? And how are you getting through this, say, day by day now, unfortunately, year by year?
10 years. I never, ever imagined that this would be part of my journey. This would be part of my life. I never would have thought that my only child would have been murdered and I'll be here talking to you in a funeral home during a press conference on this 10th year anniversary. It has been hard, mentally, physically, emotionally. Things have suffered within my organization because of lack of support, lack of help, and not being able to do things because it's been so long, it's draining. It's very draining.
Are there any tips for over then? Do you stay in contact with police? What's that process been like for you?
I spoke to KCPD a week ago, and I was informed that in 2014, no one is there. Whoever that was on the case, whoever was in the office in 2014, no one is there. The high turnover, the cases that have been, because Kansas City is a high crime, the high turnover plus the staff. I think he also mentioned staffing. So as far as I'm concerned, my son's case is just sitting on his desk. I have to call. I have to initiate things in order for them to start working or look further into things. So without that phone call that I did last week, nothing has probably been done in quite some time. And I'm not the person who's gonna call you every day and call you on a regular basis, because I can't hear it. I cannot take the fact that you're telling me that, oh, well, we haven't, and oh, we did, and oh, we did, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Can you remind us of who your son was so the public can remember, so we can understand who he was?
He was 20 years old. His homicide happened a month before his 21st birthday. He's a father of two. One of his children, the young lady, she was pregnant at the time of his death. So he has a 10-year-old that he has never met. He has Princess Zoe. She's 12. She's turned 12. So she's growing up to be a beautiful young lady. And there's children who are missing a father, who need that in their lives.
I'm interested. Are you guys willing to explain how Corey's network is involved in this?
Corey's network, they are one of my Mona Vision's community partners. I reached out to Shelly and Bob because this is something that I knew they could do for me, because they do also advocate for the families of homicide victims. And they sent this press release and set this up for me. So I truly appreciate everything they have done. We met in 2014, 2015.
2014.
And we have worked together very well throughout those years.
For all 10 years, we've been community partners with Monique and Mama on a Mission. And if you've ever been to one of our yearly vigils that happen in July, she's actually our partner in that. And so we have always done that together. We put out all the posters together, etc. But this is my sister, and that's really how we became. I mean, we've been entwined for 10 years now.
2 years.
Yeah, she was our very first community partner, so she's part of our journey. So of course we're going to support her in everything and anything she does.
Monique, you talked about, not only your case, but now you've become an advocate for other families who have experienced homicides. What's that journey like for you? How do you keep going? What's that fight for you?
My fight kind of slowed down in 2020 with COVID, and sitting down, and so I have not been as active and as involved as I would like to be, because when I sat down and realized some things for myself that I needed to take care of me first and foremost, because if I'm not okay, I can't be there for others. So being there, I do keep the word out on social media, sharing flyers, sharing posters, just making sure that people know and people can see these faces, and maybe at some point remember, okay, I didn't realize this homicide was unsolved. Let me see, I might remember this. Let me call. So just keeping things moving.
After all this time, do you still have hope that your son's case will be solved?
I try. It's difficult to have that hope when the people around you are not really helpful with communication and letting you know what's going on. Even though it's an open case, you can still tell me something. You know something that you can share. So it depends on my day as far as my hope.
I think one of the things that Monique and I have in common, and I don't know if you want to repeat it or not, since you have the mic, but is we didn't sign up to be our children's mom till they died. We signed up to be their mom until we think that that's something that she and I have always had in common, that the fight is for our child just as much as the other people, but really, I mean, there's a reason Corey's Network is named Corey's Network and not, hey, we can help you network, you know? And there's a reason that hers is called Mama on a Mission, because she's on a mission to help her child as well as everyone else's.
I'm Alonzo's mama. I'm on a mission to help him out. In life or in death, I'm gonna always be his mother.
You want to say that up there? Where-
I can, but as long as the focus stays mostly on her, I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that?
That's fine.
Okay. So, what I was saying is that Monique has been our friend and our community partner for over 10 years. And part of the reason that she and I have gotten along so well for this long is we both have a commitment to our children that says we're not just their mom until the day they die. We're their mom until we die. So when you ask Monique if she has hope, she will have hope till her last breath. Sometimes it may not be as strong, sometimes it will be very strong and overpowering. Sometimes it's going to make her cry, sometimes it's going to make her think, what am I doing? But I know Monique very well, and Monique is going to be there for Alonzo till her dying breath, and I know that. And if that's what hope is, then she has plenty.
Monique, you talk about support. What can the public do to help support, you personally, and then your cause? What does that support look like for you?
It's a symbol of sharing the flyer, keeping things in circulation. It's a simple speaking up. I mean, I say it's simple because in me, if I've seen this happen, I know this happened, tell me what happened. Just communicating. It's a symbol of keeping your word. It's a simple communication. It's really not that hard to support someone when you're doing it strictly for them and not for yourself. If you're giving them what they need. A support of just being here, answering the phone, responding to a question. It's just simple for them.
Thank you. It's the video sweatshirt there.
If any of you go to Facebook,